Okay, so I apologize about the little bit of a delay I've had since the last video blog I had. Normally I've been putting one out every Monday. It's a little bit late getting out this time because life gets in the way sometimes. This week I'm going to be looking at the top 5 games that I'm looking forward to that are coming up either soon or in the next year and a half or so. And I'm going to be covering one of these a day. Today I'm going to be covering DayZ Standalone. Anybody that doesn't know anything about DayZ probably has no idea about why I'm excited about this game. DayZ is the ultimate zombie survival game. If you've seen Walking Dead, if you've seen the anime High School Dead, or hell, even some of the older movies, not Shaun of the Dead, mind you, but, Day of the Dead, or any of the old school classic zombie movies, you understand why zombie survival is such an exhilarating experience on a cinematic screen. In DayZ the game, you can actually immerse yourself into the world of post-apocalypse and survive against the zombies and other players. You have to worry about food, you have to worry about medicine, you have to worry about water. There's Cokes, Pepsi, Mountain Dew, cans of beans, cans of pasta. It's the only game in which that I have seen another player kill someone else just to get food to survive, because sometimes you can find weapons and ammo easier than you can find food. It's kind of hilarious. But that's the whole thing about DayZ is it's a complete zombie survival game. There's not any sort of win condition. That's the important part there. It is literally how long can you survive. You can band together with friends if you really want to. You can build bases. That's one of the biggest things with the DayZ Standalone is up to now it's been a mod for the Arma 2 engine. The guys at Bohemia Interactive actually made a deal with the mod developer for DayZ and got him to come on board and develop a legitimate game under their banner for a full DayZ standalone release. In that release, they're making massive changes to the Chernarus map, which is the standard DayZ map. There's been plenty of other player-created maps, like Takistan, Origins, Namalsk, all really good maps, but the only one that officially came from the mod developers themselves is the Chernarus. One of the main things I'm looking forward to is the fact that they've gone into a more realistic mindset for the survival aspects. Before, if you fell off stairs on the wrong way, you could break a bone. You could inject yourself with morphine to get yourself back up and going. It was kind of hilarious. If you lost too much blood, you had to have another player give you a blood transfusion. That way so you could keep going. If you got sick, you had to find antibiotics. And in early DayZ, antibiotics were the hardest thing to find. You could raid a hospital 4 times over and you would maybe get 1 antibiotics out of the whole thing. It was kind of hilarious. That's one of the awesome things about it is they're going a little more in depth. You can break specific bones. Your weapons will actually degrade. Your food may or may not spoil. They haven't gone too much into that. But originally the only source of storage that you had was either in your main inventory or your backpack. Now you've got your backpack, and your main inventory is broken up into your pockets, which you have pockets in your jeans, pockets in your hoodie, pockets in anything that you're wearing that has pockets normally. That's why attack vest and everything is actually going to be useful there. And that's one of the really cool things is you're going to have to compartmentalize and actually keep track of what's where and make more use of bases, because before you had camping tents, you would store stuff in vehicles, which, by the way, vehicles, one of the big things that they got right the first time around, and they're just going to enhance upon that experience for the standalone release. You could find a vehicle, it might be missing a tire, missing an engine parts, might be missing some of that stuff. You had to find tools to fix it, and then find the parts to put in the vehicle to fix it. Then you had to go get a gas can, fill it up with gas, that way so you could take it elsewhere. It was pretty intense, especially whenever there's that ever-present danger of not only zombies, but other players that might be pining out for what you have. That's one of the wonderful things that I've always loved about DayZ. And honestly, the biggest thing that I'm excited about is when in the DayZ as it stands right now, if you're out there killing zombies, they'll do this weird serpentine towards you because the zombies in the normal DayZ game were built purely off of the AI engine that already existed within Arma 2, and unfortunately the AI engine in Arma 2 was meant to simulate how a real person would run at someone that has a weapon. You know, the whole serpentining motion is to try to make it harder for you to shoot while they run up to you to smack you. And the problem with that is, whenever they actually run up to you, they do such a weird zigzag pattern that you can't hit them because they're serpentining, and they're zombies. They're not supposed to serpentine. I don't mind them running. That's actually kind of hilarious. They run at 18 kilometers an hour, and that actually frightens me a little bit 9 times out of 10. But the being able to completely dodge bullets is kind of stupid. But yeah, that's DayZ Standalone is supposed to be coming out in December of this year, but they removed that release date, so it may end up being, you know, more towards March, April next year. But it should be soon. As soon as that comes up, we will be getting a server for it. So keep an eye out for that. And until tomorrow, have a good day.